My boyfriend of 2 years, Samuel, vanished. No goodbye, no explanation, no trace. But to understand my pain, you need to know how it all began. Because this is one memory I will carry into this life and the next. I met Samuel during my final year in the university. He was the kind of man every girl secretly wished for. Tall, dark, handsome, intelligent, wealthy, and above all, humble. He wasn't like the other guys on campus. He carried himself with a quiet confidence that drew everyone to him. So when he asked me out, I didn't hesitate. Truth is, I had been crushing on him long before that day. Before long, we became inseparable. We were the campus power couple, and I was so proud. Proud of him, proud of us, proud of the love we shared. After graduation, I moved to his neighborhood as he requested. We lived in separate apartments, but you would never know it. We practically lived like husband and wife. He promised me marriage, promised that nothing, absolutely nothing could ever separate us. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? He had never given me a reason to doubt him. Until the day he disappeared. No calls, no messages, no warning. Just gone. I called him over 100 times a day. His phone never rang. His apartment padlocked. Day after day. I thought something terrible had happened. I was terrified. I filed a missing person report. His neighbors knew nothing. His friends were clueless. I didn't even know his family's address. I had only seen their pictures on his phone. 1 month passed. A month of fear, confusion, and heartbreak. I became a shadow of myself. But everything changed one afternoon. I went to his apartment, hoping, praying he had returned. Instead, I met his sister, or so I thought. I recognized her immediately from the photos on his phone. I ran to her, desperate, overwhelmed. I bombarded her with questions about her brother, where he was, what happened, why the apartment was locked. But her response? It froze my blood. She looked at me, confused, and said, "Sorry, how do you know my name? Who are you, and who is Samuel?" I was stunned. I showed her a picture of Samuel and me. Her eyes widened in recognition. But the next words she spoke shattered my world. "This is my brother, but his name is not Samuel. His real name is Martins Uday, and the only woman he has introduced to this family is the love of his life, Jenny. He traveled to America for his white wedding." My knees weakened. My heart cracked open. The man I loved, the man I lived with, trusted, dreamed with, had another life, another identity, another woman, and he left the country to marry her. What was I to him, if I wasn't even real enough to introduce his family? I staggered back in shock as those words left her lips. What? Samuel is getting married to another woman in another country? No. Impossible. I refuse to believe such nonsense. Not my own Samuel. I turned to Anita, anger burning in my eyes. "Are you trying to joke with me?" I asked. Then I showed her my picture with Samuel. "Look at this properly. It might be a mistaken identity." But my voice was shaking, no matter how firm I tried to sound. Instead of getting angry, Anita looked at me with pity. She sighed and brought out her phone. "I'm not supposed to do this," she said softly. "And I'm not trying to hurt you, but I think you need to see something. Maybe this will help you believe me and finally get closure." She showed me a photo and a video. And to this day, they still shatter me. In the photo was my Samuel, wearing a wedding suit, smiling charmingly at a very beautiful white woman. They were both showing off their rings to the camera. The caption said, "Happy Newlyweds." Then I watched the video. The priest said, "You may now kiss the bride." And Samuel kissed her. Not an awkward kiss, not a hesitant one, but the kind of kiss that shows they had been together long before the wedding. When the video ended, I found myself on the floor. Numb, empty, broken. Why would he do this to me? Were all our years together a lie? How did I not see it? How did he pretend so well? Anita was talking, but I couldn't hear her. My ears were ringing. Everything was blurry. It took me minutes to even feel human again. I stood up calmly, even though I was breaking inside. "Please," I said, "can you give me Samuel's number? I just want to hear his voice, hear his reason." She hesitated, but finally gave it to me. That night, I called him. It rang. Then it was declined. I tried again and again. He had blocked me. The next day, I used another number. He picked up. But when he saw my face, his eyes widened, and he hung up. He blocked me again. That was all the explanation I needed. Samuel had left me. He played with my heart. Why? I still don't know. But I leave everything to God. I have no choice but to move on. That night, I cried myself to sleep. Memories of his love and promises haunted me. The more I tried to forget them, the louder they became. I barely slept. The next day, I was exhausted. Physically, mentally, emotionally, even financially. I had spent almost all my money searching for a man who wasn't missing. He had simply chosen another life. I felt dizzy. My head hurt constantly. I thought it was stress, but when it didn't stop, I went to the hospital. The doctor smiled at me. "Congratulations, ma'am," she said. "You're 2 months and 2 weeks pregnant." And just like that, my life changed forever. Please stay tuned for the part 2. Thank you for watching.